It's my 4-year anniversary, guys. 4 years sounds like maybe not the longest time, generally, but it's an eternity in VTuber years, I think. Never have I kept a job for this long before. When Myth debuted, our oldest senpais weren't there any longer than 4 years maximum. And I looked at them with this awe, like they've been doing this for 20 years or so. It felt like a time that would be impossible for me to reach. I really didn't think that I could make it this long. But oh, am I glad that I did. Joining hololive has changed my life in unimaginable ways. Of course, it helped me financially so that I can support my family and myself and enjoy life by traveling while working. I even bought property that I moved into at the beginning of this year. But also it changed my life in a way that I can really be proud of my achievements and the journey I had to get to this place. I'm proud of that too. It's hard to scroll. Years ago, way before hololive, when I talk about wanting to become an idol, people didn't believe in that succeeding at all. And then, if I told you guys before, oopsie, if I told you guys before, there would be times, I told you guys before, there would be times where I'd perform in front of just 1 or 2 or even 0 people. And I always dreamed of having a bigger stage, a bigger audience. Look at what I have now. What I had in New York, what I had in Japan, and so on. Being a part of hololive really feels like the payoff that I always hoped for and that I think I do deserve. And then out of all people, I have the honor to be a member of the first generation of a new branch that broke boundaries and expectations and influenced so many people to get into it too. We shaped the culture together, and I know how privileged I am to be in this position. I'm honored and proud, and I've been fully committed to this since the beginning. Interestingly enough, the previous years I felt like I was celebrating my anniversary. This year it feels like I'm celebrating our anniversary, as in Myth's anniversary. I love the history we built together, and I treasure it. There will never be a replacement for us. Even if new VTubers show up every day, I always know that Myth is Myth, and nothing can take this away from us. While there were again many ups and downs in my journey of these 4 years that often dragged me down into a hole of depression, you won't get rid of me that easily, don't worry. Because there's still so much I want to do. Kiara hololive when? Kiara Nandoroid when? Collaboration with K-pop groups when? Song used by game or anime when? New 3D outfit when? Bird cat when? Oh, wait, that's unrelated. But yeah, it's a bit a shocker to compare myself to 4 years ago. My voice was squeaky and weak. Minecraft objects breaking scared me. I didn't have much confidence in myself in a lot of ways. And I was just like, mentally, yeah, very weak in the beginning too. I think I've grown and kept on evolving into who I am now. And through all of these versions of myself, KFB was by my side. Even in times when I get a lot of hate, or when I'm away being busy, you stay there so that we can also enjoy the high moments. A new song release, a banging fest performance, a 3D YouTube live, a dream sponsorship, and so on and so on. All these great moments we shared together. So thank you for never giving up on me, for still being here, for finding me in the first place. I'm not perfect and I might never be, but this time we have together is perfect to me. That's all I wrote. Yeah. I really find this fascinating to me. Like, I've been so proud of like myth as a whole. Like, previously I really always, when I was like celebrating my anniversaries, my first, second, third, I feel like I was just like, which I think I have the right to be. I was proud of myself and I was celebrating myself. Now it's like, I mean, I've always been proud of myth as a whole too, but now even more so, I really feel like it's myth's anniversary. And I hope we will have many more anniversaries together, guys. Thank you for letting me be your Oshi if I am your Oshi. There's probably some people watching who I am not the Oshi of, but thank you for still giving me the time of your day. You're welcome to come again. People are always welcome in my streams. I always strive to make people laugh. I always try to make my content interesting and funny and entertaining. I always try to choose interesting content, try to make unique content, new stuff, new kinds of streams that are maybe not so common or usual. I play games that I like rather than games that bring views, which sometimes, or not sometimes, always definitely has an impact on my overall statistics. But I want to do this for a long time and I want to be happy with what I'm doing. So for myself, I mean, I could do it differently too, but for myself, I think the right way to do it is by choosing the things, the games that I love, and also surround myself with the people that I enjoy the presence of, which is you guys, but also any collab partners and so on. So I'll continue to work on my projects and hopefully you guys will like the results. And 4 years felt like this last year felt way too fast. 4 years overall felt honestly just like 4 years. But it's crazy. It's crazy that it's been 4 years. I think we all sometimes think about quitting, but especially for Myth, it's like when we started out, we didn't know what to expect, how successful the branch would be, how people would welcome us, how people would receive us. And honestly, we didn't think we could make a living from it. The Japanese branch was already very popular, but yeah, it was really up in the air, like how things would go. So we all weren't sure, and we all thought that, I mean, I don't think any of us thought that we could do it for 4 years. I thought like probably after a year, one way or another, it's gonna end. If somebody's gonna end me or if I'm gonna end myself, who knows? But one way or another, for sure, it's not gonna be longer than that, right? But here we are now, 4 years later, and I feel like I'm running on this treadmill endlessly, reaching for things that are there. And sometimes there's people on the sidelines who are throwing water at me and maybe a little snack or so, and maybe they give me a towel, and they're motivating me to keep on running. And I keep on running. I keep on running, and I don't see the finish line yet. I might be tired sometimes, and sometimes maybe I'll walk a little bit rather than running. But I hope that when I reach the goal one day, all of you guys will be waiting for me at the finish line. And perhaps we can run through it together even. But until then, it's still a long way to go. So, with that, I say thank you so much for 4 years.